Hi legends, welcome back to our channel. Wow, I'm super stoked that you're watching us again, and today we'll show you how to get clean and nice skin tones. Many of you are blaming cameras, lights, camera sensors, camera brands even, but with these trick tips today we'll show you how to nail your skin tones on every shoot like a pro.
Yes guys, I know that we are obsessed with perfect skin tones, but sometimes I see unfair comparisons between the work of some folks and, for example, some high-end commercials. It's not the same like shooting in perfect conditions in a studio that the skin tones that you are going to have under city lights at night, for example. There are many things that affect skin tones, not only your camera, so don't blame your camera because maybe you are missing some of these factors that I'm going to talk about. So the first thing is white balance. Okay, if you're working with a high-end camera like Alexa, Red One, you can trust the presets, and if you are working with raw images, that's perfect. But otherwise, I would suggest to go with your own customized white balance. So use a gray card. If you don't have a gray card and you are in a run and gun situation, documentary, use something gray on the street like the road, the pavement, and do your own white balance. That's going to solve a lot of problems later when you try to grade skins and the codecs start like falling apart, or you are working 8-bit or whatever. That's great. So you should have a customized white balance. Sometimes we are in a perfect situation where we have our lights, that's perfect lighting, RE lights or LED lights, filmmaking lights. But sometimes we're shooting documentaries, for example, and we are in an office and we find that all the ceiling is full of fluorescent lights or LED lights, but not filmmaking lights. So those lights don't have all the color spectrum. So take that into account and don't blame yourself so much if you can't change your lighting in a situation, because sometimes it's what it is. If your fluorescents are green, you are going to have green skin tones. Try to tweak them in post-production, but don't worry so much because if you have the opportunity of change your lightings, or you are going to find unexpected results. Another thing that you could do to improve your skin tones is using good quality filters, ND filters, diffusion filters, whatever filters you are using. It doesn't make sense to spend like 2,000 in a lens and then 20 bucks in a G2 filter that's going to ruin your skin tone because it's going to introduce color casts. So invest in good quality filters. Another reason for bad skin tones is bad lighting. Knowledge is power, So try to light your scenes in a good way so your skin tones are not affected by bad lighting. As you know, light bounces. So for example, if you are shooting in a forest, you'll have that all the light from the grass is bouncing to your subject. So you are likely going to have greens under the chin, and you can solve those situations like blocking that reflection with, for example, a black board or white board if you want a softer look. But take into account that light bounces, and if you have your subject next to a pink wall, you're going to have a pink skin. If you are working with raw cameras, it's easy to correct them in post. But if you are working with the small cameras like the GH5, try to nail your exposure, because otherwise you are going to have problems then in post-production where you're trying to adjust to your image. Colors are going to suffer for sure, so try to do it well while shooting. Another reason for bad skin tones is bad grading. If you grade your image in an incorrect way, your skins are going to go off from the desired zone, the natural zone. So take care when you grade your images and apply your taste and your technical knowledge to nail your image. If you follow the previous steps, it's going to be easier for sure. The last thing to have into account is your taste. What's a perfect skin tone? I don't know. What's a perfect skin tone? Some people like more pink skin tones, some people like more towards a bit of green. ARRI cameras treat skins differently than RED cameras, than Canon cameras, than Panasonic cameras, so every camera has its color science. I've seen even some Hollywood films that are pretty unreal. They are correcting the skins with secondaries, and they try to isolate the skin from the general tone of the image. That for me, it takes me out from the film, because it's like those things don't exist in reality. If you are surrounded by green, your skin is going to be green to a certain extent. You can't have perfect white skin tone surrounded by one color. It's only occurs if you are shooting in a white space with perfect lighting, studio. So don't let anybody say you that you have good or bad skin tones. Follow your taste, learn a lot from all the knowledge that you can find, and you should have better skin tones in your next shooting. Otherwise, blame your camera or even blame me.
Thanks guys, I hope this was helpful for you. It's Friday, it's nice weather outside, so grab your camera and go and create. In meantime, please give us a like, comment below if you have any questions, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and yeah, follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. I will see you next weekend.